Welcome to our first truly ye olde movie in the Diamond in the Rough series, The Enemy Below. Released in 1957, starring Robert Mitchum and Kurt Jurgens, this World War II naval combat movie is the story of an American captain having to prove his worth to the crew and keeping their morale up, given the captain's alleged disreputable past. Matching wits with a German captain resentful of the Third Reich and Hitler, but must still serve his country to the best of his abilities. This is an absolute classic of a military film, moving at a quick pace and keeping it at a tight 1 hour and 37-minute total runtime. This film has a ton of depth of character and writing, especially for the German captain wrestling with keeping his men alive while not truly wishing to serve German leadership, as well as the American crew growing closer in trust with their captain. With tense action for both the Americans and Germans on their respective vessels as both captains maneuver their way to the final confrontation of the film. One of the things that you may notice in this film compared to modern films of similar concepts is the placement of music and where they choose to use it to show tension compared to where they use silence to show it. A modern war movie may show every engagement with large sweeping orchestral scores, whereas The Enemy Below has some combat scenes deliberately silent in order to draw the audience into the action. You really feel the tension of these scenes. The absolute only blemish I think anyone could potentially level at this movie is the physical props and models of the ships. I can understand the difficulty in this, especially now with what we have with VFX today, and I wouldn't disparage anyone who thinks that way about this movie. Just something to try if you want another way to think about it. I have always loved going to the theater, RE theater, as opposed to ER theater. When you go to see a play, you have to have more of a level of suspension of disbelief than watching a movie. The dialogue needs to be more on point, the actors need to be compelling, and the story needs to grip you. I think this movie does an excellent job of all three. If you struggle with visual effects looking poor or cheesy, I would suggest trying to watch for the dialogue, the interpersonal relationships, and the depth that the writing, acting, and directing are giving you, and your imagination will help with some of the visual effects. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like, and if you like what I'm doing, please consider subscribing. I hope I see you in the next one.